one, the only. He is Man Squatch. Penny, y'all give a big hug to Penny. Gun Bunny and Shockwave. Tyrannus Cygnus. My favorite polar bear on YouTube, Snorta Poopa Scuba. Jill Powers, the River Daughter. The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia. Psychodorfna. The DJ of DJs, DJ Ronnie G. Mary's Game Room. Congrats, Mary. We love you. The Mad Dr. Adega Outlaw. It's time to wake the neighbor's voice with Southern Viking. The immortal Ghost Rider. Mephisto's Movie Reviews. My Muppet from another puppet show back, TJC. The man, the myth, the legend, Pacific 414. It's WAP. Classic Comics. Good morning, my friend. Henry Gambos. And the legend, Andy Masterson. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Project Cambrian, I didn't get you. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Scott Westbrook is also here. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Scott Westbrook, good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Good morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? How was your holiday? How was your Thanksgiving? Is everybody out there full? How was your Thanksgiving? Oh, wait, you Canadian, you do weird shit.
I've been told that's how I feel. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Lovely to see everyone on another Monday morning on your Mornings of Mischief with my brother in arms. A fist bump for the working man. Your Mornings of Mischief, ladies and gentlemen. Happy belated Thanksgiving. I know I dropped that on you last week, but I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, fantastic week. Got some good eats, good food, and a few extra pounds just to celebrate the things that we're thankful for.
Oh, it's all about the food and the noms. It's all good.
Oh yeah.
That
Also, really
good.
Yeah. And before we start rolling this morning, really quick shout out to everybody on Saturday night, Snow Dub and crew, who were gracious enough to allowed me to join them in some Mario Kart antics on Saturday night. So big round of applause for Snow Dub. Everybody on the Cotton Council had a blast with you guys.
Destroyed them.
Well, not totally, but yeah. But anyway, no, it was a lot of fun. I loved the competition. I loved the trash talk. The trash talk was gold. So guys, if you want to get in on that and Snow Dub can handle it, please join in. So much fun. So thanks again for everybody that allowed me to throw some shells and raise some hell.
Those crazy cottons over at the Cotton Connection.
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful people. If you guys aren't subscribed to Snow Dub, make sure you are. Make sure you ring that bell. Make sure you go and hang out on the Saturdays with the Mario Karts. I told Snow Dub I would try to be there, but we didn't leave the in-laws till late Saturday. So
yeah. It was a busy weekend for everybody, I'm sure, but lots of fun to be had. So tune in next time if he'll let me back. I don't know, but it was great hanging out with everybody.
Sure he will.
And it's great to see you all this morning. And we're gonna have a fantastic time today.
I don't know. I think the world would have broken if I'd have been there.
It
Because I
might
mean,
have.
me and you in a video game together, I just died.
Oh,
That's
I, that's a little bit weird. Well, I mean, realistically speaking, when was the last time you and I played anything together? It was
oh
probably
shit.
so, or Knights of the Old Republic, or Elite Dangerous, or something like 10 years ago.
Before, yeah, 10 years ago. It
Hmm.
was probably either Stowe or it was Old Republic. The
Mm,
MMO Old Republic, not the
yeah, yeah, or possibly Elite Dangerous. I don't know. With our good Scottish friend Shug,
it may
wherever
very
he
well.
is,
May very well, dude. I
had some
miss
good
Shug.
times. Me
The
too.
women called him Shug because sugar.
Hmm. Oh yeah, and he had so much to give in spades. It was
The
almost
Shug.
unreal, man. So freaking great
I
rolling with you.
remember the first time we went into a raid and he was like, I'm gonna go over here and do this and that, the other. And Zero's was like, Loki, I don't know anything he said. I said, you'll get it. Eventually you'll get it. Don't worry about it. I
Yeah.
said that eventually you'll hear through the accent. And it wasn't what, like 6 months later, you were like, okay, I've got this side, you go, because
Hmm.
he finally he cut through the all right, I'm gonna go over here, lads. You don't want to go there and all right.
I was.
And he's like, okay, I got you.
I think
Yeah,
I was questioning to myself how many times he was drinking during our gaming sessions, because it seemed to me the more we played, the better the more clear his accent was, the more we can understand. So I'm thinking, if there are any Scottish people out there that can either confirm or deny this, the more you drink, the more we can understand you, right?
right.
I don't really understand, but yeah. Shug, we miss you, buddy. We had
We
some
miss
great
you, brother.
times.
Wish
Oh,
I wish I wish you were. I wish we still were in regular contact because I would love to
mhm.
have you on here on a Monday. I'm gonna hang out and yeah, man. Holy
Yeah.
shit, that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Oh man, me, you, and
Monday
Shug
with
on
me,
a
you, and
Monday morning.
right in the daddy box, lads.
I'm gonna kick him right in the daddy bags. Oh, guys, if you don't know, you just don't know. But man, we had some good times rolling with our Scottish friend
Holy
wherever he
shit,
is. We miss you dearly.
we
Please
do.
come back to us wherever you are. But other than that, I hope you're all doing great. And yeah, we're gonna kick things rolling. Kick things rolling, kick things off, get them rolling, rolling.
Kick things off, get them rolling. Holy shit. Speaking of kicking things off, we've got a $10 super chat from Makini Drives. He said, good morning, Valhalla. I got a video later this morning, so no show today, but here's an update. I'm officially 59 away from 3K. Congratulations, my friend. And that video grossed over 16K views and 1K likes. Seriously, thank you all. I know that sometimes we get frustrated. I know there are times where like Snow's been frustrated, I've been frustrated, Makini's been frustrated, that we're looking at exponential growth on other channels, and yet we're sitting here and we're like, okay, is someone tied my hands? Is this? It's that? And it's always interesting when things take off and shoot off like a rocket. And congrats, my friend. If anybody deserves it, it's you. Thank you for the $10 super chat, brother. This here's some a little what ta 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 from Loki and the gang here in Valhalla. Skull, brother. Yeah, I don't have the glasses on. I know it's weird, but there's a giant ass smudge, like right there. We go. That's better. So I had to clean off the glasses.
I wasn't a
That
smudge,
was
Loki.
annoying as shit.
It wasn't a smudge. It was just my face on everybody's screen. That's okay.
Sunday celebration stream. Guys, make sure you're subscribed to Makini Draws. Ring that bell. We've got some news for you this morning. Congrats, brother. Keep kicking ass. Keep taking names. So I don't know if you saw, and I don't know how much you keep up with American politics. But,
America.
And there's been a lot of back and forth, but I'm gonna make myself very clear here because I want to be very specific about this. President Biden just pardoned his son, Hunter. Okay, you're a dad, you do shit. You're like, oh well, my little boy's a crackhead and he likes whoring and he buys all these prostitutes and we covered up the laptop, but now everybody knows it was real. And holy shit, he's gonna go to jail for a long time because he had a gun when he wasn't supposed to, and he had a crack pipe, and he was smoking crack and banging hookers and all this fun stuff. So we're gonna get him out. We're gonna get him out of the problems he's in, and I'm gonna pardon him. Okay, Biden's a father. He's looking out for his boy. Yeah. But the problem here is, and this is the problem I have with it, he said he wouldn't. He said you should completely trust our justice system. The same justice system that was going after a political opponent. He said over and over again, you should completely trust the Justice Department. The justice system in this country is one of the most unique justice systems in all the land. It's fair, it's honest, it's right, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's left. You should completely trust it. It would nothing ever, below board would happen. And then he comes out and he says that it was rigged against Hunter from the very beginning, that it was all a witch hunt, and this is not how the country is supposed to operate. But wait. You said, when you said you weren't going to do this, that there was nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. 100% should trust the justice system. Justice Department is infallible. They don't ever do anything, below board. Trust the justice system. Justice will prevail. And now it's corrupt. Now it's being used as a political weapon. And now you're going to pardon your son, who you said definitely 100% will not do it. I'm not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture to pardon my boy who is accused of all these crimes. That's right. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. I'm going to go and I'm going to use one of these hand dryers. We ought to get one up of these in the White House. Maybe get one up in Kennebuckport. Maybe get a gift set for Corbin. The point is, blower's good, paper towel's bad.
I thought y'all just had that fancy 3-ply paper towel next to your golden toilets in the White Office with them ivory walls and marble countertops. Interesting point right there by Ironcaster. President has been set. Now Trump could theoretically pardon his family for any crimes and himself.
And if he did, it would be Yahtzee Germany. Here's the thing. If he did, it would coast to coast, paper to paper, doesn't matter where it is, every channel in the legacy media blasting it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, corrupt, horrible, old Yahtzee President Trump pardons entire family for, and bypassing all this shit would be blaring 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And nobody, not one single sumbitch would be like, I do it too. No, they'd all be screaming. Their heads would be exploding. They'd be melting down into puddles of constantly because it's him. Yeah. But hey, you know what? A Dem does it. This is why the American people chose who they chose. And we're not going to spend too much time here. We're almost done with this segment. We're going to move on to something even more fucking interesting and crazy, because I want to tell you something. I'm going to give you a little peek here. Holy shit. That's where we're going next. Who did that? Who did that?
For a second there, despite the complete lack of wrinkles, which I'm sure are going to come someday, I thought he was sitting with the queen there. Oh, yes, a little spot or two. Really, though, I mean, I mean, we all heard, Hunter coming out with the memoir, admitting to everything, saying he didn't have guns when he did, and he was under government obligation to not have them. Anyway, besides the point, you could go around and you can ask anyone, well, how do you feel about the judicial system? How do you feel about your justice? How do you feel about how all that works? Oh, yeah, good. Trust in it. Let's do it. Let it run its course. That's what makes America great. How do you feel about what Hunter did? Oh, it's horrible, huh? Blah, blah, blah. How do you feel if you were his dad? Ugh. It's a tough game when you care. And there's a lot of morally gray areas that go in there. And you know what? Sometimes that's what life is. Everybody's got flaws. Everybody's got problems. Nobody out there is completely perfect. We all have issues. And it's a really tough game when you're put in that position. And unbiasedly, I would say, yes, I can see it from both sides. And personally, I don't know what I would do if I was in Sleepy Joe's position or Hunter's position or anything like that. But that's just one man's opinion who doesn't live in America. But he has a respect for your judicial system and the laws that are bound within it, because it's a lot different than what goes on up here in the Great White North, which is literally the Great White North.
Like this. Okay. We're not there yet. We're getting there, but we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. But yeah, it's as we used to say back in the day, it's a dilly of a pickle. Yeah, personally, I don't know what I would do. It's a really tough position. And then, you have all the others out there saying, well, that means Trump can, just bypass everything and free himself. And I mean, there's standards, there's double standards, there's back and forth on a whole lot of things. So I don't know. Do you trust the system to work itself out? Do you have an opinion one way or the other? What would you do? It's a tough game. It's not the
billions of dollars missing,
money laundering.
Hundreds of billions of dollars missing.
That sounds familiar.
$80 million in charging stations that was supposed to go out. $80 billion, billion with a B, billion that they spent. They made one charging station. Elon broke it down really easy. There are 10 chargers in this one charging station that they built for $80 billion. Okay, those 10 chargers each cost 50 grand. So that's $50,000 times 8. What's 50 or times 10? What's $50,000 times 10? It's $500,000.
$500,000.
250, whatever. $500,000.
It's a big number.
$500,000. $80 billion just poof, gone. Where is it? No one's ever going to talk about this. No one's ever going to bring this up. No one's ever going to hold their feet to the fire because they're too worried about a guy with orange skin and a floppy blonde mop walking in the front doors and saying it's over. All this bullshit is over. It's done. So, as promised, we're going to move on, just like Trudeau moved on from wearing pants. Trudeau met your Canadian First Lady met with Donald J. Trump over the weekend. They had a great talk. This was from the public meeting.
Do you want to do the narration for that picture right now? Hey, buddy, I was told that you would have your hand on my leg during this whole meeting. What is this all about? I was promised French champagne since we celebrate Practice France up here in the great country of Canada, where we celebrate everything that is not our own because I have no idea what this country is anymore about. And I can no longer speak because Donald Trump scares the shit out of me, buddy. That's the best I got right now.
We will be getting revenge for the bombing of the Baldwins.
And keep
Not
in mind,
Alec though. Fuck Alec, because you know.
And keep in mind, Canada has repeatedly apologized for the existence of Bryan Adams and Celine Dion.
So apparently, Donald Trump snubbed Trudeau. I mean, when they met, Trudeau went to shake his hand, and we all know that the last time Trump grabbed a pussy, it became a national scandal. So Trump just didn't shake his hand. He was like, no, I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that. We're not going there again. Ain't going to happen.
Well, I mean, Hell, since we've already let that cat out of the bag. Well, therein poses what I asked not too long ago. What would you do? Would you shake his hand?
No,
Out of
absolutely not. The guy's a fucking snake, and
mm,
no, absolutely
you,
not. I don't shake communist hands. And considering who his dad really is, I'll just say that who his
oh,
dad
you mean
really is.
you mean the first Trudeau that sold out our country and literally opened our country's legs for yeah.
No, I was talking about Castro, but yeah, I mean, either
Oh, okay.
way, it
Okay.
works.
Okay. All right. All right. I thought you
Yeah,
meant
you've
the
seen the like side by side comparisons, and the fact
it's
his mom was good friends with Castro.
his mom was, and all of that still revolves around why his wife left him not too long ago and hasn't said a word since. I don't know. Do you think he
Oh,
has
well,
his
that's
own list?
because of this. That is because of
You know,
this.
I still find it so hilarious that the last time we had the Trudy memes on our show was after him and his wife had separated. And the first public thing he went out and did was sport a Team Barbie shirt at the movie theater with his quote unquote son.
Yep.
We're Team Barbie. Yeah,
We
well,
all
I'm
know
glad
how
to
that
see
night ended.
we're all glad to see you have your priorities in order, Mr. Trudy. That's awesome.
But I mean the vast difference here between two guys, if you can call Trudeau a guy,
Debatable.
is I mean a Trump is a man's man. Okay,
Mhm.
Trump came up in building buildings. He came up in construction. He came up in business. He's always been a player. Trudy is like the girliest of the girly men you will ever meet. He's the type of guy that would sit in the corner crying, huddled in the fetal position while Trump takes care of his wife. I'm not
so
kidding.
so he's a cuck.
Let Canada come after me for the shit I'm saying. I don't care.
What are we gonna do? It's not like we give our military guns or anything. I mean, really. Geez, this day and age, a cop around here can't fart without pissing somebody off and getting in shit.
Fidel's little love child.
Hmm.
Who the hell just said that? Hold on.
That was
Yes,
Jill
Jill
Powers.
Powers, the River daughter.
Fidel's little love child.
Fidel Castro's
Yeah.
little love baby.
I mean, I can't confirm one way or the other, but when you put them side by side, it's kind of scary. I'm not insinuating one way or the other, but it's kind of scary. Trudeau should have his genitals revoked.
Gordon King.
It's
I thought he did.
well, geez, I thought his wife took him with him when she left, but who knows? Maybe he's got a spare set in well, everybody else's purse apparently, because that's what our beloved Trudy does. He will just say, I mean, do you remember in 2016 when Orange Man Bad's first term came around?
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna close the borders, beef up our security, do all that shit. What did Trudy do? He said, open everything up, bring them all our way. We'll take everything. And how well is that working for you, Trudy? Let's talk about our taxes. Let's talk about our budget. Oh, don't worry. The budget will balance itself. Yeah. How's that working out for you, Trudy? Hey guys, good news. For the next 2 months, we're going to remove the taxes on all your goods and services, blah blah blah. Oh, and on top of that, we're going to send you all checks for $250. Thanks a lot, Trudy. How about you keep your money and pay us back for all the other rape you've done to our country? Yes, I'm sorry. I said the R word, but it's legit, because that's exactly what he's done to our country. For the last 9 years, he has forced open our country's legs and let everybody come in and just plow the shit out of this thing and bend over backwards and then bend over forwards and willingly take it up the hoo-hoo for anyone that wants to come in here and plow right between his cheeks. And I'm sorry if that sounds a little extreme or a little bit out there.
Sean over at the Sundowners Club says the biggest issue with Biden is not the pardon for his conviction. It is a pardon going back 11 years to cover the entirety of the relationship with Ukraine and China.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's I mean, you could call it extreme if you want, but the evidence is all around us. For those of you that don't live up here, I'm sorry, it's hard to see. but for everybody that lives up here and knows what we've gone through for the last 9 years under this dictatorship, because that's what it is. You can see it all around you. Tent cities, crime, drugs, overpopulated immigration, workforce problems, tax problems, economy problems, housing problems, everything going downhill because this man, regardless if a lot of people say he doesn't know what he's doing, I say yes, he knows exactly what he's doing because he has an agenda of his own and he's bringing over all his butt buddies that will back him up in order to get exactly what he wants out of this country. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why this country is broken. And that is why, even if he was kicked out tomorrow, it's going to take, 10, 20 years to fix everything that he has screwed up in the 9 meager years he's been running this place into the shithole that it's become.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Ironcaster says, secure the northern border. I'm tired of getting Canadian coins. I can't use them. Vending machines, damn it. Old Gamer 72 Cutlass gifted a Loki's Mornings of Mischief membership. That membership went to Jonathan Howard, who just became a sponsor and a warrior of Asgard. Thank you so very much. Old Gamer 72 Cutlass. You guys keep the fires burning bright. Here in Valhalla, you keep the lights on. You keep them burning bright. Thank you very much. And this one is just for you. We're going to light it up this morning with Dragon Fire. Skull! Thank you so very much, brother.
That's beautiful.
So yeah,
beautiful.
Grab him by the grab. He's not gonna grab Trudeau by the puss. No national scandal this time.
No,
he's just like no.
You know, I thought it was also weird because, you know, when you watch the X or you watch the news or, you know, a reliable source of news, because everything's bought and paid for by somebody else these days.
Oh yeah.
You know, and we've all been seeing the circling of the information coming around with the, you know, Trump's tariffs and, you know, Canadian and Mexican borders, and it's going to screw everything up and do all of this and do all of that. My God, I sound like that freakazoid. What's her name? Kamala, tossing out my word salads. Huh? We love hard work. Hard work is good work. Ah, shut the hell up, bitch. You know, I've been seeing that revolving for the past however long it's been, 2-3 weeks since he announced this thing, and I see, oh man, he's gonna screw over our economy even more, and we should just start charging him more for imports and blah blah blah. You know what? US and Canada works very, very, very closely together.
There's a Tim Hortons in Texas now.
Yeah, and you know what? Don't take his word for it or mine, because most of the Tim Hortons in Canada suck now too, because they're under different leadership rules. But when you look at all this, again, I have to look at this strategically and as a person who can see it from both sides. I see people getting mad at Trump for these tariffs. I see people supporting him, and I can see why. I can see how it's going to be a challenge for us, how it's going to be a challenge for Mexico or anybody else that wants to do business with him, because US has always had one of the greatest import-export economies in the history of human existence. Probably still to this day, number one. And the way I look at it, in my own honest opinion, is I see a guy who, for better or for worse, as we see it right now, whether you're right or left, well, the left won't probably agree with this at all. He's trying to put his country first. Can I really blame a person who's in the position to put his country first? It's
who
not
doesn't want to do that in reality. Who does not want to do that? These
we don't.
Wacko leftists that are bailing their crackhead whoring sons out after saying no, you know, justice system is for everybody. We're not going to do that. That's my problem with it. That's my issue with it. Is you say we're not going to do this, and then you turn around like someone with a dick in their mouth, and you do exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
Get off of your knees. Get off of your knees. Any dude, Destiny, that wants to be on their knees and live with one down the gullet. I'm sorry, but no, absolutely, positively not.
Mm. Yep. So I mean, can I really blame a president-elect for trying to put the wheels in motion for putting his country first? No, I can't. I can't do that because that's exactly what they should be doing. You can argue that he goes about it the right way or the wrong way or anything like that. But when I can see that as plain as day, regardless if you think he's going to follow through on all these things or not, putting your country first should be your first priority. And I can say that because we've been in a position up here for a damn near decade where a person in similar positional power has not done the same thing. And it's up to us, as us mother Canuckers up here and the people over in Ottawa, which I can still smell the stench wafting my way on a daily basis. It's up to them to put our country first and figure out how to come to an accord, come to an agreement, and continue to do business with the greatest economy that there is in the world. And that is not my opinion. That is a fact.
If the right and the left can come together like Destiny and Nick Fuentes, anything's possible. But God help me.
But God help us, everyone. But that's just one mother Canucker's opinion.
Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that?
About the Destiny and the
Nick Fuentes
the ousting.
Did you
that
see the pictures?
Oh my, I saw
there are pictures online.
I saw a picture. I have not gone out of my way to look for.
Someone said like, "Oh, this is so terrible that something like this leaked." He put it out there. He put it out there. Yeah. He did it himself. He wants everybody to know that the head cheese is his main squeeze. And
a poet, and he doesn't know it. DJ Ronnie G, I'm gonna look for those pics. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I just grandpa wheezed there. Holy crap. But yeah, this is Zero Loki 2028. I don't know. Can we make it happen?
I bet we can. I know Mexican Iron Man's retired, so we need someone to step in and run for president in 4 years. We really do. Ooh. What cheese? What cheese? You're an innocent penguin. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't dirty yourself with that kind of cheese. Don't dirty
yourself with looking that way.
Your honest journalists at Rebel News are getting arrested for asking questions of your jackbooted popo. Well, I guess as Mother Canuckers, that is something we're going to have to go and address it. See, yeah, I mean, Rebel News, is that a viable source? Because even up here, we got to be careful where we get our information from.
You got to be careful what you tweet. You can go to jail for what you tweet.
Yeah, because you know what, guys? We don't have freedom of speech up here. We can't say shit. Why? Because somebody, a dictator without the dick, has decided that we don't need no free speech. And I think that's one of the things that's been missing from this country for such a long time is a version of our own constitution. It may create a lot of issues for a lot of people, but it may solve a lot of problems as well. Anyway.
Abu Nas, bro. Reach out, brother. I'd love to have you. I'd love to have you on one morning. Holy shit, dude. It is good to see you. This guy is partly responsible for this show. Because if it wasn't for him coming in as a guest right before me and me being late and him turning up the volume and him being like, yo, Phantom Menace, let me break it down. Oh, we're going to burn it down. Fuck Ray, fuck this, fuck that. Da, 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 da. And just going into this tirade rap about how bullshit everything is and how crap entertainment was, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't, because I upped my game because of this gentleman right here. That gentleman right there came in, he burned it down. I came in with like notes. I was like, yeah, look at the little jokes I wrote. Da, 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 da. And when he came in and burned the whole fucking, he burned down the stage. He burned down the arena. Fans were running with their hair lit on fire. It was crazy.
Throwing their panties on the stage.
And then I was standing there with my little notepad of jokes going, oh shit, this isn't going to work. So I threw that shit out and I got up on stage and I was like, Dude, there's nothing left. You burn down the stage, you burn down the arena, everybody's running around with their hair on fire. There's nothing left. What the hell am I supposed to do? I got thrown under the bus, I tell you. And because of that, because I had such a good time, because I had to improv, I had to pull out my old improv skills from back in the day. I absolutely fell in love with doing this. I decided to start Mornings of Mischief a couple of days later after that. This gentleman right here is an absolute legend. What is up, brother? He says, salute to my brother Loki. It's been a while, but I'm glad to see you rocking the spot. Continue to entertain and educate the masses. One of my favorites on YouTube. Love you, brother. I got you back. Thank you, bro. Thank you so very much, brother. This one is just for you. Where is it? We got some jewels for you this morning. Skull!
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Damn straight. And guys, if we get a mod to throw Abnas's channel out in the chat, bro, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for popping in. Holy shit. Yeah, Abnas turned to you and said, buckle up, Loki.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Who's
And I was
this
like,
mother?
oh shit, I'd never been on a live stream before. I had no idea what to expect. I couldn't get in the room because my VR helmet was screwing up StreamYards. It kept saying that my camera was hooked up, and I was like, I don't have a camera. And it was my VR headset. Nothing was working right. And finally, I started yanking out USB shit. And when I unplugged that headset, it was like, bloop, you can get on now. And I was like, son of a bitch. So I get in, Abonas is there right before I was, and went on right before I did. And it's just, dude, it's magic time. That's how it happened. Destiny to not that kind of destiny, not the on his knees destiny. But yeah. So yeah, check out Abonas right there. Boom, there's the channel. Go check him out. Absolutely wonderful guy. Huge. Thank you, brother. Because if it wasn't for you, I don't know if I'd be here or not. But I know things wouldn't be the same.
Well, if you wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here. Which is probably a good thing. Abu's thinking, who the hell is this chump sitting next to him?
What the hell is this guy? What is Zeropium? What the hell does that mean? Is that some kind of condition or something?
Sounds like some type of drug.
Some type of drug.
Oh,
okay,
my goodness.
Video games. Guys, we've gotten through 2 topics. Holy crap. 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Make gaming great again.
Ooh.
Have you been keeping your eye on, like, Dragon Age and how horrible we all are, and Ubisoft and
hold on, we can't say that, Loki, because it's people like us and it's people like the the actual reviewers out there that have destroyed that game. We're the ones responsible for it, not because it was crap, not because it was written by 3-year-olds who haven't even been through kindergarten yet, for fear of hurting someone's precious fees. No, it's flawless. 11 out of 10. Fantastic. I urge you all to go and buy it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. If a game is crap, I'm going to call it crap. And it's not my fault that crusty old men can't seem to figure that out and call other crusty old men because their latest claim to fame is getting lost within the first half hour of Metroid Dread.
Well, we're all ifs, obes, and yahtsees, right? I mean, that's what it all comes down to. Anyone who complains is an ifs, obe, and yahtzee. They're all working together. All these companies, Ubisoft, EA, all of them are working together. Every company in the U.S. and the ones that have U.S. and foreign ties, especially France, fuck France. If you live in France, I'm sorry, but fuck your country. It's up its own ass with bullshit.
That's what, 6 F-bombs from you already this morning.
That's just the way it is this morning.
Wow.
I guess I'm a little, grumpy after having so much pie.
Grumpy.
Someone asked me, what are you gonna have for Thanksgiving? Logan said pie.
Pie.
Like, oh my God. Just pie.
All the pie.
Pie, you my.
Well,
there's all kinds of pie. Have pie? Thank you.
Apple pie,
strudel,
peach pie,
That's what Destiny had for Thanksgiving was
Pumpkin
some strudel,
pie.
some Nick strudel, some
Sampling the
Fuentes
people's
strudel.
strudel. Well, okay, so yeah, I'm sure a lot of us have been following along with everything that's been going on. And I'm sure we all remember when Mr. Elon Musk started throwing the jokes around about buying Twitter, using it as the basis for his, all-in-one platform and kind of thing. And then lo and behold, it came to be something that came to pass. And now here we go with all this stuff circling around about, WotC and Hasbro freaking out about him dropping the joke, asking how much it costs. So I mean, at this point, yeah, we don't know what's going on. But Loki, let me ask you: do you think this is something that he can and should do? And
Yes.
what would you?
You don't even have to
from
finish your sentence. Yes.
Yeah. So
absolutely. Listen,
what would you expect from that?
the gaming industry needs competition. I want to tell you something. The worst thing that ever happened to WWE, WWF, whatever you call it, was buying its competition. Okay. It's the worst thing that ever happened. Why? Because everything's kind of gone downhill and gotten more expensive ever since it done that, which means it's bad for the business. It's bad for the customers. It's bad for everybody all around. You say whatever you want and be like, oh my God, but they make blah, 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 and they do da, 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 blah, 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 blah. Do you know how much a ticket for WrestleMania costs? It's like 50 grand for one night.
Yeah,
okay, you're buying a fucking car that you can't take home with you. You're going to go and spend 3 hours at an event.
3 hours? You're spending 2 days there.
Dude, yeah, but this is just one night. Dude, the 50 grand's for one night.
For one night.
For one ticket.
Like,
okay, so let's say I want to take my girl because she loves the Undertaker. Okay, and she just maybe, something will be happening. The Rock will be in there like, it don't matter what you think. And suddenly the lights in the house go out and you hear, boom, right? I want her to go nuts and completely freak out and flip out that she's about to see the Undertaker choke slam a motherfucker because he's being a douche, right? So I want to do that. Well, I can't do that if it's going to cost me as much as a house for 2 nights.
Is that what you want to do? Give up a down payment on your house?
$200,000. You are out of your effing mind if you think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. And I mean, you can look at that and you can say, well, here's the same medium that's going on right now, with Hasbro and everything, because correct me if I'm wrong, Hasbro owns the entire toy market aside from Mattel, and this is what happens when you buy up your competition. You kind of lose that edge, that competitive edge that keeps pushing you forward. We want to make the money. How do we do that? We got to make a better product. So here we are all these years later, Mr. Elon Musk throwing the jokes out saying, should I buy it? How much does it cost? I don't know.
They are all working together and they are all under this umbrella. And let me tell you something for everybody out there who's like, well, the indie scene isn't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They decide what gets made and what doesn't get made. Okay. So even in the indie scene, unless you can self-produce, unless you have all the monies it's going to take to make your game, you have to go through a bank. And that bank isn't going to go, oh my God, I think you have a great idea. No, what they're going to do is they're going to make a call and they're going to say, do you know this person? And they're going to say, yeah, they're horrible. Don't pay. And they're not going to give you the money for the game unless you turn it into an absolutely woke, sniveling bullshit mess like Dragon Age of Veilguard and all this other BS. They are all working together in tandem. There is no real competition anymore. Okay? They are all working together to pump out this woke, nasty cesspit BS of a chick with a dingle dongle between her legs. And that's not even a chick. But so that with a big man jaw, that you're just like, ew, what happened? They went back and remade Alloy. They went back and they remade Alloy and gave her this big man jaw, right? Just so they could keep up the appearance of this mess. They took out the beautiful rendition of her and replaced it with nasty man jaw man. Because they don't want you to look at a beautiful woman in a video game. That is how screwed up and messed up their ideological thinking really is. They can't even have you looking at a beautiful woman.
No.
By all means.
Well, then I'm sorry if they don't consider themselves equal, or, I mean, they certainly consider themselves better than the competition out there. But I'm sorry if your feelings are hurt because you are not an attractive woman. Don't tell me what an attractive woman is. You can't do that. I know what an attractive woman is. They come in all shapes and sizes, but it is not up to you.
But they are
to
not
decide
for your viewing.
Yeah, and that's why me and everybody else aren't buying their pieces of shit. Yeah, that's right. They remade Horizon Zero Dawn. They released Lego Horizon Zero Dawn. How's that doing? It's selling like shit. Do you know why? Because no one wants this crap. Know what? People are tired of getting told what to do and what to like. And the most ironic thing is that still busts my nut to this day with laughter is the fact that they demand our acceptance and tolerance of everything that their ideology bullshit encompasses in their daily lives. And for a group of people, and I'm talking about the extremists, you know, you can have normal people like that out there who don't want to be pushed into the spotlight. They just want to live their lives their own way and not have flags waving around, not have banners and slogans everywhere doing this kind of crap. They just want to live their life like the rest of us do. But it's the ones that demand our acceptance and tolerance of all this extreme crap that they're putting out here, when they are the ones who are so extreme in their bullshit, they refuse to accept or see the point of view of anybody else's except their own. Because my way is not their way, which means my way is the wrong way. My way of thinking is wrong. I'm not allowed to have an opinion. I need to agree with theirs, and I don't. And that's why I don't buy their crap. That's why I will never support their crap. I will never pay a penny for any of their crap, because their opinion is different than mine. Why? Because their opinion is an extremist point of view. And I don't agree with the agenda and the monopoly and the burning down of an industry that they're trying to put out there. And you can say, hey, let's have Elon Musk make his own game studio. You know what? That's great. I hope he does. I hope he starts making great games again. But the sad reality that I look at behind this whole thing is if all goes according to plan, if he actually does this, he probably will. You're going to have these studios come together under his payroll, start working, start making great games. Awesome. But we're still going to be looking at development cycles. We're still going to be looking at time investments, and we're still going to have to wait. And the real shame is that we're going to have to wait for these so-called futuristic great games when they never should have been taken away from us in the first place.
Isn't it amazing how Alloy's new appearance looks like one of the male writers on the team?
How ironic.
How's that male writer transitioned?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny is that no one wants to be the person in the room to say it. So I'm just going to say it. You have dudes in dresses. Yes, that's right. Dude, Loki, there's no such thing. Sure, there's not. You have dudes in dresses.
I said the same thing about the Wachowskis. I'm sorry. You don't look like women. You look like dudes in drag. Tell me I'm wrong.
That are making this shit. And you're just like, oh, bravo. Oh, it's so wonderful. Meanwhile, normal everyday people are like, nah, dog, I don't want none of that. No. We're not doing that. And you're pointing your fingers at them saying how horrible they are. Let me break something down for you. Okay? America, your teen girls, your females, the future females of this country. This is why you fucking lost. The future females of this country are having to compete in sports with dudes. They're having to compete in swimming. They're having to compete in gymnastics. They're having to compete in everything they do with dudes in drag. They're having to go into bathrooms with dudes in their bathrooms. They are being mistreated in those sports in the locker rooms. They are being mistreated in the bathrooms. All this shit's going on. And you're like, look how progressive we are. And America has said no, absolutely not. We are done with this shit. And then you and you cry and you scream and you moan that you lost. Get with the fucking program here. Guess what? Those aren't girls. They're guys.
Mhm.
There are no chicks with dicks. Only dudes with tits. That is the way it works. That is the way it works. It is not anything else. You're not getting a dude pregnant. You're not having some kind of transplant. You can't physically become a female. It's not happening. You cannot go from being a dude, it's ma'am, with my beard and my testosterone, to a chick.
Yep.
Shut me down. Shut me down. That's the truth. And that's why you fucking lost. That's why you lost. That's why this has happened. That's why Orange Man is going back to the White House. Because of the insane, crazy shit you are throwing out there and you are doing. Saying, oh my God, they're not dudes with tits. They're this. No, they aren't. Plain, simple, end of discussion. Stop putting the young women in this country that will one day be future leaders in danger from every bathroom they go into, every locker room, everything that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Guys don't belong in girls' locker rooms. It's that simple. Girls don't belong in boys' locker rooms. It's that simple. There's a reason why it's not co-ed from day one. Why? Because guys don't need to be in there and girls don't need to be in there with the guys. It's that simple. It causes craziness. And it's not just because anything can happen. It's that hormones as a teenager are out of control and everybody's ready to go, let's get it on. I've been feeling fine, baby.
Let's get it on.
Because that's what your body is telling you to do. Do not put them in that position. Do not put those girls in danger. Do not put boys in a position where they could be, oh my God, I'm a daddy at 15. Guess what? Guess who was a dad at 15? Well, 16. Guess who found out he was going to be a dad at 15? Right here. Why? Because I was left alone multiple times with a girl my own age under the trust system. They trusted us to behave ourselves. And guess what? As soon as that door closed, she was like, bloop, let's get it on. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm becoming a man. And shit, 9 months later,
Ring,
I'm a
ring.
dad.
Yo, a daddy.
And it was funny how I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this did it. I can't believe you did this. I can't believe she did that. I can't believe, well, believe it. We're teenagers. We're making the beast with two backs. The monster's loose. Slimer's out of the fucking Ghostbuster house. Batman's popping out of the Batcave. Hello, I'm Batman.
Where do they get those wonderful toys?
Why? Because we're teenagers and anything can happen. Stop putting these young girls in a position where they can be hurt, where they can be screwed up mentally, where they can be messed up, where they have to carry around this baggage. Because guess what? I'm doing you a fucking favor here. They will grow up hating you for what you've done. They will grow up hating you. And maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe that's what needs to happen to the left. An entire generation growing up saying we'll never allow this to happen again because you put us all in this position where we could be totally compromised and screwed up for the rest of their lives. I don't want my kid in that position ever. Ever. Whoever is going, oh, look, it's a onesie with a tuck pocket. I'm going to get that for my little boy. You should be going to fucking jail for child abuse. Every single fucking one of you should be going to jail for child abuse. Oh, it's got a tuck pocket. Guess what, Ma? We're at Target and we found a onesie with a tuck pocket for little Billy. Oh, I'm sorry, Billyina. No, jail. And at the end of the day, that's the problem. Is these sick ass, sorry sons of bitches should be in jail for doing what they're doing to these kids and doing what they're doing to these teenagers. They shouldn't be in jail, but we have a screwed up justice system. How do I know? Because I worked at a prison. And guess what? When you find out that a 19-year-old guy got 2 years for aggravated sexual assault of his 8-year-old brother, and someone who robbed a house got 10, there's a fucking problem. And yes, that is a true story. 2 years. The guy had to wear a fucking diaper every day because his dad beat the shit out of him with a baseball bat. When he found out what he had done to his little brother, he beat the crap out of him with a baseball bat. 2 years. Whereas a guy who broke into a house when no one was home, stole shit, got caught later, didn't physically hurt anybody, didn't damage anybody, didn't screw anybody up in the head, got 10 years. No priors. 10 years. I worked at a prison. I know how it works. These are the problems that are going on, and this is why you're going to keep on fucking losing unless you cheat. You have gone so overboard with your bullshit and your crap that you lost the narrative and you lost how everyday people think. Oh, we should be welcoming them into the bathrooms. We should be welcoming them into the bathrooms and into the locker rooms and everywhere in between. They're just like, no, they aren't. If they have a dingle dangle, that could go in your little girl, and that ain't happening. And then it's, oh, they were a victim. They were a victim because the girl, blah, blah, blah. It's unfucking believable. The two-tiered system we have in this country. One for the left and one for the right. By God, we're getting out of here. I am hot. I am done. I am pissed. And I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. Ban me, throw me off the platform, do whatever the hell you want, but I'm not keeping my damn mouth shut.
I want to touch on that while you're at it, because you speak of children, and you know what? You can look at, I'm sorry, we're going overtime. Sue me. I don't give a shit no more. Because it's a hot topic. And God damn it, I don't care if we got free speech up here or not. We need to say what's on our mind. Because as members of the human race, believe it or not, that's what we all belong to. We all have opinions. We don't have to agree with them, but we should have the freedom to express them. And when you talk about your children of this generation, some of them are already screwed up. We've already seen the degradation of mathematical skills, verbal skills, attention spans, all those friggin' things that are plaguing the youth of the nation. There are some good ones out there. Believe me, I know. But when, you can talk about your judicial system till you're blue in the face, how we're going to make America great again. We're going to put everything back together. And there's one glaring problem that I see with all of that. When you talk about the future generation, your children and your children's children, Where is all this stemming from? Who is putting their stuff in their heads? Who is enabling this type of behavior? It's your schools, your colleges, your universities, everybody that's pumping that shit in their head from an early age. Why? Because your faculty is far left, your services are far left, your school boards are far left. They're all in there infecting the children to this day. If you want to make America great again, get them the hell out of your educational systems. Everybody that pumps that woke bullshit in their head saying it's okay if you feel some type of way. It's okay if you feel this type of way one day because I'm fluid gender. I change my mind and I want to be both depending on the fucking season. No, it doesn't work like that. So get these goddamn pedophile teachers out of the offices, out of the classrooms, and bring back members of the human fucking race to teach these human children how to grow up and act like children who have imaginations, who want to play and have fun and learn and grow and study. Because if your colleges, universities, public schools, and high schools can't do that, they're not living up to their potential. Why? Because the wrong people are running the show and they have no business teaching your children anything at all.
For everyone out there, every single one of you that are saying, I've got less rights under Trump. I don't have this anymore, and I don't have that anymore. All it takes is one nasty fuck over in China, over in Russia, over wherever to come in, take over, and burn all of you at the fucking stake, which is exactly what is happening. Trump's not doing that. Trump's making sure everybody gets a fair deal. That's the point, is fair deal. Everyone, not just you, not just your sissy fucking wannabe bullshit playing D&D as a damn roller derby game. All of you, everyone. And that's the fucking problem. That's the problem you have. Oh, we don't want everybody to get a fair deal, just us. Well, guess what? For all of you whining, bitching, moaning, we're getting less, you can fucking suck it because I'm done. Kids first, family first. We're not going beyond that. That's the way it works. That's the way it is. That's the bottom line because Stone Cold Loki said so.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.